Stacey Abrams ended any speculation about her political future yesterday, announcing that she is now running for governor of Georgia. Now, that sets up what could be a heated rematch with the governor there, Brian Kemp. But Kemp could find himself being primaried because he's on the bad side of the former president. Dee Dawkins Haigler is a former Georgia state representative and a political strategist. She joins us from Atlanta. Dee, as always, thanks for being with us. What has been the reaction to Abrams' announcement in Atlanta, and is anyone surprised that she's running for governor again?
Well, thank you for having me. And we are excited in Georgia. I mean, you could feel the excitement in the air. We came off of Andre Dickens being elected to be the mayor, and now we have the announcement the very next day that Stacey Abrams is going back for round two with Governor Brian Kemp, and we know that this time we will be victorious.
Dee, do African Americans in Georgia realize what is on the table with regards to the possibility of a black female governor in Georgia, in the Peach State, in 2021, especially with so much being done to make sure that black and brown voters there don't vote?
Yes, we understand full well what's going on. That's one of the reasons we're excited that Stacey Abrams is running for governor. We have seen so many things by the Republican Party incrementally be taken away, and we know that she is a strong advocate in the last couple of years fighting for voting rights, not just in Georgia, but across this nation. And so we know that in 2018, she came very, very close. I mean, she was only 50,000 votes away, which is people may say, well, 50,000 votes is a lot, but compared to where we have been over the last 20 years, that was a great comeback. And so we know that she'll be able to incrementally chip away and be victorious. But let me tell you something. The Republicans have tried at every turn to suppress the black vote because they do not want us to have the equal rights and the things afforded to us by many of the citizens of the United States. You know, so be not confused about that. We know that we're in for a fight.
Do you know the old phrase, the enemy of my enemy is my friend? In this case, the enemy of Governor Brian Kemp in Georgia is Donald Trump, because Brian Kemp did not do what Donald Trump wanted him to do, and now Donald Trump says he will primary Brian Kemp. Do we know who she might wind up facing in the general election should she survive the primary?
Well, you know what? We are unsure because you never know what Republicans are going to do. But Vernon Jones, who was a state rep in Georgia, he is actually primarying Brian Kemp right now, and he's been having a lot of meetings with Donald Trump. So we know that if it comes down to a Vernon Jones, who's an African American who actually succeeded me in my state rep, see, when I did not run again. So Vernon, he's a black man, and then you might have Stacey Abrams, the black woman. So that would be very interesting because either way, we would have historic win. We're having the first black governor of Georgia, but she would, knock out two birds with one stone, being black and female. So that's interesting. But if she goes up again against Brian Kemp, that will really be the rematch of the century.
Dee, who has the numbers politically in Georgia? Is it the Stacey Abrams crowd? Or is it the Marjorie Taylor Greene crowd? I mean, we saw history being made in Brunswick, Georgia, with that predominantly white jury doing something that the Deep South had never done before, which was convicting 3 white men for chasing and killing Ahmaud Arbery. But which Georgia is going to show up at the polls?
But you know what? To be honest with you, Georgia right now, as it relates to electoral strength, is about neck and neck, half and half. But we're hopefully able to turn out our base. It's going to be a turnout game. And so on both sides, you see the energy. You have the progressives and the moderates who want to see a Stacey Abrams victory, which really includes most people of color. And then you have that Marjorie Taylor Greene side, the side that the people are just not in their right minds, bringing out, the most vile sides of human nature. So much racism and nationalism that has been in place. And so she has, for whatever reason, her and Donald Trump to incite a whole nother base of individuals. So both sides are equally energized. We've got to just get our base out to the polls.
Dee, something else is going on right now that many believe will energize voters in the fall, and that is the abortion debate. We now know that it appears that the Supreme Court is ready to either gut or do away with Roe v. Wade. That will disproportionately affect women of color in states like Georgia, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee, etc. Do you see that as being a predominant issue that someone like a Stacey Abrams can run on in the South, saying that it's your body, it's your choice, and bring out the women in Georgia who, by the way, drive all of the elections?
I absolutely think it could be one of the conversation pieces, but let's be very clear. Um, these people, when they talk about this abortion issue, they only care about the baby when it's in the womb. They don't care about it from birth to the tomb, and so from womb to the tomb. So we are going to use that so that we can have rights over our bodies. They want to have states' rights over everything else, but they don't want women to have voice for their own body. So that will be an issue. But again, this is the South, and a lot of white women in particular who are not procreating at the rate that they would like to. So this is really a numbers game. The census has showed us that people of color are rising, the numbers, whether that is Hispanic, whether that is Asian, African American, those numbers are continuing to rise. And so the demographic shift in Georgia alone is troubling to them. And so that is a major message of the Republican Party. It's not just about saving their unborn life, it's about getting their numbers right.
If it was Florida, Florida, Florida 2 decades ago, now it's Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. Dee Dawkins Haigler, the former Georgia state representative and political strategist. Dee, as always, thanks for being with us.